Hey creators, coders, hustlers, and everyone building cool stuff with AI. Big news for RoboJoule Plus members. We just launched something I'm seriously excited about, our very own private content server with 2 of the new RTX 6000 cards. What does that mean for you? Faster, cheaper, and more controlled access to tools for generating videos, images, text-to-speech, and more, all without ever leaving our ecosystem. And yep, it's totally free for Plus members. Let me show you around. All right, first things first. If you haven't joined our community yet, I've dropped a link in the description below. There's also a link to our free community. It's totally free to join, but just a heads up, that doesn't include access to Prometheus. Once you're in, head over to the Classroom section. There, you'll find all the topics and templates we've created in our videos. And yes, they're completely free for you to use. Scroll down until you see the Prometheus topic. Click on it, and you'll find a step-by-step tutorial that shows you exactly how to set everything up. Here's what you'll get in the package. Click on Getting Started, and you'll find a link to your dashboard. That link takes you straight to the dashboard where you can paste in your token. This gives you access to everything, your usage stats, and super detailed API documentation you can tap into. But to make things easier, I've already built N8N workflows for each of the services. And anytime I add new services to the server or our platform, I'll keep updating the documentation and those N8N workflows. All right, I've set up everything on the server to be multi-tenant with load balancing. What that means is, everyone gets consistent performance and the same quality of response, no matter when or how you use it. Here's how it works. I've built a function that handles the job for you. Whether it's generating a video, image, or audio, you just tell it what you want through a prompt. Once you do that, it returns a token or job ID. Step 2 is polling the job. You use that job ID to keep checking the service until it's ready. And as soon as it's done, boom, it fetches the result for you, whether that's a video, image, or audio file. In this example, I've set up a simple demo using an LLM that acts as a prompt generator. Basically, it creates a random image prompt so I'm not stuck reusing the same image over and over. It's just for testing purposes, but it really helps by giving me a wide variety of image types to work with. Next up, in this node, you'll set your base path. That's the server URL. You'll also enter the token you receive when you subscribe. Once that's in place, you're ready to go. Click Start, then hit Execute. You'll see the job gets created and sent off. It loops, waits 5 seconds, then checks again. In this case, the whole process took under 10 seconds. Once it's done, you'll see the result pop up. From there, you can download it, view it, or plug it into any of your other workflows. Also, if you check the documentation, there are a ton of parameters you can tweak to fine-tune the quality of your final image. It's super important to check the documentation for each model. Every one of them works a bit differently, and how you write your prompt can really make or break your result. So that last one was with Stable Diffusion 3.5. Now let's switch things up. I'm going to unlink the agent, hard code the prompt again, and this time we'll try the Flux model. Just plug it back in here. I've already prepped a prompt that tries to simulate those trending glass fruits being sliced with a knife. Let's drop that in and see what we get. Not bad, but it's not quite hitting the mark, and hey, that's totally normal with image models. Sometimes you just need to tweak the prompt a bit until you get the result you're looking for. So let's give it another shot and see if we can dial it in better. Okay, now we're talking. That looks way more in proportion. The knife is a bit bigger, and the overall composition feels right. This is definitely something we can work with. Now to demonstrate the next model, the Flux Context model, we're going to plug our generated image into it. Here's the twist. The context model prefers a URL, not a raw image file. So how do we get that? Without the hassle of downloading the image, uploading it to something like Google Drive, and then sharing the link. Well, I've made that easy by creating a special endpoint just for this. Here's what you do. Select your input node, copy it, bring it over, and plug it into the output of the response node. Then go inside the node settings and change the word request type to URL. Now click on Schema up here. Pull the job ID over. Change the method to get. Remove the body section. Oops, the token is not pulling in. Remove this. Now go to Edit Fields and pull over the API key. Let's click Execute step. What else did we miss? The URL. Remove this and pull in the URL from Edit Fields. Let's try that again. Much better. Here's our URL. Now copy that. One thing to remember. I purge the server every 30 minutes, so if you like an image and want to use it later, you should download it. Alright, now let's plug it into the context model. First, disconnect this node. Move things down a bit and connect it to the Flux context model. Open up the node. And before we go any further, make sure to copy the image URL we generated earlier. Paste that into the input, and in this case, I'm just going to say something like, place a tiny green top hat on the stem of the banana. Let's execute it and see what we get. So what's happening here is the model is taking an existing image, understanding your instruction, and then making the requested changes. And there it is. The banana now has a green top hat. Alright, next up, let's make a video. Specifically, let's see if we can animate the banana being sliced with a knife. To do that, we need to pass the current image into the Seedance model. So we'll duplicate the same steps. Quickly copy the HTTP node we used earlier, plug it into the output of the Flux context model. Execute the node. And there we go. Now copy that URL. We're ready to move on to the next step. Alright, now disconnect the starting node again, move it down, and plug it into the Seedance workflow. Open up the node, paste in the image URL we just copied, and then describe the action you want. Let's go with a sharp knife cutting through a fresh banana. Now click Execute Workflow, and let's see what it creates. Right now, there's a little bug in the system that I'm working on fixing. Should be sorted in the next day or two. But if you're trying to view your video and there's no view button, here's what might be happening. Sometimes the server incorrectly names the file as .bin. No worries though, super easy fix. Just download the file, go to the folder where you saved it, rename it, and change the .bin extension to MP4. And there you go. Your video is ready to roll. If you've ever worked with AI before, you'll know it can be a bit finicky. It doesn't always nail the result you imagined on the first try. So, don't sweat it. Just keep tweaking, testing, and trying until you get it just right. That's all part of the process. Here's another little experiment I ran. First, I started with the original image prompt. Then I sent it through the context model to add a hat. And finally, I animated the whole thing. Simple steps, but pretty fun results. If you're a RoboJoule Plus member, head over to your dashboard right now and give it a spin. It's already live, and if you're not a member yet, now's the perfect time to join. For just $47 a month, you'll get access to this entire content engine, plus everything else we're building inside the community. Let's create smarter, not harder. And let's do it together.